Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm very good. We're getting close to bowl game, and the transfer portal is closed, although players are still making up their minds if they're in the portal. That makes sense. And this is a mess. Chris Kleiman talked about it at Friday's press conference, how this is untenable. You can't be having signing day, the portal opening, and so you've got to defend your players from going into the portal while recruiting other players that are in the portal. And oh yeah, if you qualified for the postseason, you've got bowl or playoff prep going on. It's an impossible situation. And coaches, some at least, might think they have a solution to all of this. And I'll get into that in a second. First, a reminder to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Give me that holiday gift. If you're not subscribing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Costs you nothing. Engagement is the key here for YouTube videos. So if you think college football is a lot like pro football now, players getting paid and all that stuff, wait till you hear this. And the coaches have actually what I think is a tremendous idea. Now, let me set this up with a couple things. First of all, you know, if you've been following along, I'm not a big fan of spring football. I don't understand it. Yeah, I know it's a tradition, but I think they should get rid of it. And this plan does get rid of spring football because we have this awkward December transfer portal entry that players are scattering to the wind so that they can be on campus with their new schools before, well, spring football. Well, if there is none, and the key for players is to complete their eligibility, to complete their obligations they have, and they will all be getting revenue sharing in the future. So they will have a financial obligation to finish out their eligibility, or at least that season at a school. And then they can go into the second semester. If they plan to enter the portal, they can just keep their eligibility and not be involved in off-season activities, but they probably want to stay in shape. Because under this plan being promoted by coaches, and they have no one to promote it to because they are never asked about the schedule involving the portal and signing and all that. That seems outrageous and seems very NCAA, that the presidents are making these decisions and quite often making decisions without consulting coaches, of course. But the coaches want to go to a pro model, no spring football. And in fact, the transfer portal would be open roughly April 15th to the end of April, and then players could start committing in May. So it's almost like the period where you can go on your visits, and then you can announce where you're going and sign your paperwork. And then in June, after the players can report to their new schools, everyone will have an opportunity to have an OTA. Okay? It's an organized team activity in the NFL. It's a mini camp. And you can have that June mini camp. And what does that mean? It means also you have equal status as a non-bowl team, non-playoff team, to having the same number of practices. You can probably add to that if you don't make a bowl. I find it all very interesting. And then, of course, you moved in July where the players are off, and August, camp's open. It's an interesting take. I hope the presidents or everyone making the decisions at the NCAA actually listen to the coaches. And I also know all coaches and all programs will not like this. There has to be a solution that allows a Nebraska, say, to continue to have a spring game if they want to. They can do so probably without their transfers and lose their OTA period in June. I don't know if anyone's going to want to pay that price, but you could also end your OTA with a June scrimmage instead of a spring scrimmage. All kind of good ideas just being thrown out there. I hope Josh Pate watches this. He has no idea how to solve this problem, and I just gave him brilliance. Oh, that was given to me by a coach. So now I know what they want. I'm not brilliant, Josh. I'm just humble me who's brilliant.